A 2001, A Space Odyssey, directed by Stanley Kubrick and cinematographers Jeffrey Unsworth and John Alcott, follows a theme of science fiction and addresses the battle between man and technology. The focus on sound, which includes music, dialogue, sound effects, ambient noises and/or background noise, and soundtracks. Sounds can be used to set or change the mood being shown in the film. There are different types of sound, some being diegetic, some being non-diegetic. Diegetic sounds are sounds that a character can hear. It is within the film. That would include people talking, chairs moving, or even a glass shattering. Non-diegetic sounds is sounds that only the audience can hear. It's not within the film. This includes background music, voiceovers, and sound effects. The sounds in this film allow for a story of conflict between man and technology to be created. The use of diegetic and non-diegetic sounds in this film creates a feeling of what is happening in a film and the discovery of technology, space, and emptiness. Kubrick starts the film with about 20 minutes of no words spoken by anyone or anything. There are also no humans in the beginning scene, following the lives of the ancient gorillas on their land before the technology and how they can discover new technology and move towards being more innovative. As I mentioned, there are no words spoken in the first 20 minutes of the film, but what was used were diegetic and non-diegetic sounds. The diegetic sounds in the beginning of the scene are the noises of the gorillas. They're making yelling, screaming, and oohing noises. As most of the sound in the opening scenes are non-diegetic, such as music, to capture the idea of the discovery of the black monolith, the sounds in the background music during the scene of the gorilla smashing the bones and the discovery of the black monolith add to the effect of the scene. And the scene of the gorilla smashing the bones, after taking a minute to stare at the bones and move them around, ominous and hopeful music starts to play as the scene is shot. This adds to the effect of the storytelling of evolution with technology. Another example of non-diegetic sound in the film is the 10 minutes of the light show playing with music to give the exaggeration of the mission to Jupiter. Throughout the film, there are not many words spoken, but within the film there are diegetic sounds such as the breathing of the astronauts and the beeping of the spaceship and the sounds of the air within the spaceship. In the 2001 A Space Odyssey, there are not many words spoken. Kubrick states 2001 is a nonverbal experience. Out of 2 hours and 19 minutes of the film, there are only a little less than 40 minutes of dialogue. I tried to create a visual experience, one that bypasses verbalized pigeonholing and directly penetrates the subconscious of an emotional and philosophic content. This technique is using more sound than words allows for the audience to interpret more of their own than to be directly told by the characters in the film. This film also reaches the audience on an inner level of consciousness with the music to allow the viewer to connect on a deeper level. Stanley Kubrick was an American film director, producer, screenwriter, and photographer. He was widely considered one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Some of his other films are The Shining, A Clockwork Orange, Dr. Strangelove, and many more. The Shining came out in 1980, towards the end of his life and career. I believe this movie was one that separates him from other directors in the industry. This movie is widely known for its infamous story written by the author Stephen King. It is also, in my opinion, the most well-known, and it is still widely referenced to this day. The Shining, compared to 2001, A Space Odyssey, leaves the viewers thinking on a deeper level. Where more words are spoken in The Shining, there are still many moments similar to A Space Odyssey that feels long and boring since it is quiet and does not utilize words to explain a scene better. In The Shining, it is similar to 2001: A Space Odyssey in the sense that it is very quiet, and the quietness in the film adds to the effect of it supposed to be scary. The nighttime scenes of the little boy with his mom and the twin sisters at the end of the hallway do not have a lot of diegetic noise, which allows this movie to be very quiet and have a similar sense and concept to 2001: A Space Odyssey.